Tell us a story.
Yes, tell us a story.
Alrighty, it's a cool day. Gonna get ready and go in, let the gopher warm up a little bit. I had made some mention about some road debris in the past, and I'd seen some more where somebody was cleaning their yard and they piled it out onto the curb-ish into the road. Same way with a lot of people that'll mow their grass and blow their grass out into the road instead of on their property, or pick it up. They'll mulch it up, but then when whatever's left, they blow it out into the road, and how dangerous that is for everybody, in particular, especially motorcycles, two-wheel, three-wheel type of vehicles, because we're already less mass area of contact on the road. We do less damage to the road, but at the same time, we need a lot more traction. It's just not safe, and I mean, I've run into it where you've actually stopped and would talk to the individual blowing it out, and you get, you know, a couple of different reactions, just like you will on anything. Sometimes they'll, understanding and stuff like that and whatever, and other times they go, I can do what I want, or I'm not running that up, and whatever, and they just blow it out into the road. But here with the leaves all coming down and everything, it's starting to get really iffy with patches, and sometimes those leaves it's just grease. I mean, it's just, if they're a little moist or whatever, if they're not fully, and they get packed down, then they get frozen with the cool mornings, the frost and everything, and those that are still riding two wheels, even in three wheels like this, it tends to, you hit that and some things are going on. I've seen cars have big accidents over it. So just kind of common sense thing, which isn't abundant anymore, I guess. I know I'm a grumpy old coot, but it's just, it's just things that I see happening. I just, to fathom what process have you used to do that, if any, and I don't think they're using any process anymore. It's like a automatic thing. I do what I want, how I want, and screw everybody else. I just, I don't know. It's just one of those things that goes through my head. So everybody be careful out there. If you're still riding, no matter what area you are in, and it doesn't matter about the actual cold in the air and the thing, and not even seasonal, people will just mow their grass and blow it out into the street. I know a lot of the farm fields and stuff, as they flood or as things happen to them and wind blows after the chafing's in the field, when the shaft's in the field laying out, it'll come across the road and it can just get a fine dusting. When they combine soybeans and stuff, a tremendous amount of dust goes into the air and gets on the roads and vehicle stuff, and it gets a little, you lose that adhesion. So everybody be careful. We're all warmed up. We're going to go in, start our day. Let's ride. Have made it in. We are going to start our day. Be careful out there, guys. If you're still riding around in the fall, winter time, road debris can be something else. And with the ice and the things that can pop off vehicles, the snow, the big snow plates that they should clear off, but they don't. They drive down the highway. So many windshields have been smacked and cracked and broken, and a lot of accidents been caused by those things, especially big semi-rigs and stuff on the trailer. They really can't clean those off very well. So when they first start out after a snow or a freeze, you get that layer of ice that can be kicked back up into you. So always leave a distance and always be prepared for something flying in on you. Y'all take it easy. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to do my thing the best I can. Y'all take care of each other. Do your thing. See ya!
Many hours later.
Alrighty then. finished our day. It's getting late. It's cold and the wind is blowing. We're gonna head home, but we need to let the GO4 warm up a little bit so it isn't so hard on the motor. I was talking, I may even put this in with that episode, but I was talking about road debris and different things, and how people should be a little more courteous and not blow their lawn trimmings and or leaves out into the road. And I mentioned about flooding waters here and the way our roads are flat and things can wash out, debris, biologicals and or mud and so forth can wash out into the road. Years and years and years ago, just like everything else I know because I'm so damn old, I had a friend, was in a pickup truck, older Ford, of course, pickup truck, and he had been drinking, but irrelevant to the road condition, but still, he had been drinking. He was going down some country roads out here, and in the bend of one of the roads, and it was pretty much a very sharp 90-degree turn, but there was no bank to it. The field on one side was much higher, on the inside corner was much higher than the outside corner field, and it had tended to wash out, and some mud and or gravel debris had washed out into it. And he was going very fast down that road. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just telling the story. He came down the road, probably way into high double digits that he should have, because that corner should only be taken like at 15 miles an hour. He was probably, he said he didn't know how fast he was going, but he knew he was doing over 50. And he came to that corner, and as he went to turn the corner, saw that the mud and gravel had washed from one high field to the lower field, and started to hit his brakes, which all it did was perpetuate the straight line effect off into the field. But just on the other side of the ditch was a really large tree, and he hit the tree with such force that it crushed the steering column and wheel up into the dash, and the rebound effect threw him through the back glass of the pickup truck cab. And when they found him, he was laying in the bed of the truck. The front glass was gone, the back glass, all the glass had exploded out of the vehicle, and he hit the tree high center, so he came off the road. When he hit his brakes, it just, like I said, accentuated that slide factor, and going that fast and hitting a really large non-movable object, it did a tremendous amount of trauma to his shoulder blades, his collarbones, shoulder blades, where he had caught the wheel and hung onto it, and it bent up into the dash. His head went through the glass. But the rebound effect as the truck threw itself backwards, because that momentum's got to go someplace. It can't just dead stop. It absorbed it and brought it back to him, and he went through the back glass. He did have a seatbelt on, and it literally snapped the seatbelt off at the seat mount, and he went completely back through the back of the cab, and that's where they found him. He lived through it, has scars on both sides of his face. He looks totally different than he did before it, obviously. He has trouble with his shoulders and collarbones and stuff. So his name was Mike Sampson. I haven't seen him for years. I mean, literally years. I assume he's still alive, but I don't know. But that road debris, I mean, he was going too fast. He had been drinking. But that road debris, that brought up that memory of that, debris in the road like that, and just having to be prepared. We just can't, even roads that you go down and then you go to your destination and you come back that road, don't assume that it's in the same condition. I have seen people, when glass bottles were glass bottles and not like the plastic today, just break glass bottles onto highways and roads and so forth. Why people do things like that, I have no idea. Just some people just, you know I'm not right, but some people are just not right, buddy. So we're gonna get home. That was just another thing that had stuck in my head. Some more of that 1960s stuff that breaks loose and floats around every now and then, so I thought I'd put it out there. I think the gopher's good and warm. She's kicked down. Let's ride. Look, a Christmas tree. Yeah, where are you going? Come on in. Come on in. One thing, if people would stop before they turn into this driveway, and instead of just assuming they can do whatever they want when they come in here, if you would stop and look before you turn in, things would be a lot better off. But it wouldn't make for such good video, Don. Get in here and get some rest. Y'all take care of each other. See ya!
Story time is over!
Damn, that was annoying.